The marketing is so you guys know Spotify playlists. I don't know how many of you use Spotify versus Apple Music, but
Spotify
the
gang, bro.
good man. So the idea with Spotify is it comes up and it recommends you new music, right?
Hmm.
So that process is based on an algorithm, the same type of algorithm that shows you recommended YouTube videos, that shows you ads, targeted ads on Facebook and Instagram.
Hmm.
And if you can trigger that algorithm, then it will pick up your music and recommend it. So that's what we call free promotion, and that's the best kind of promotion there is.
Okay.
So the
How do you
goal,
trigger that?
how
Okay.
do you trigger that? So there are lots of different kinds of playlists on Spotify. There are people who curate based solely on content. There are pay to play playlists, and then there are algorithmic playlists.
Hmm.
Spotify is really, 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 really good at calling bullshit on your like if you were to just say like, "Oh, like I'll buy my streams or I'll buy my followers."
Yeah.
Spotify is really good at weeding those people out of the algorithm.
Hmm.
So you can't just like buy your way in, but you can
Gotcha.
promote your way in this sense, which is it's kind of complex to talk about, but are you familiar with Facebook Ads Manager?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Right. So like do you know what a pixel is on Facebook?
The is that like a you can have a pixel ID, right? Is that like a
Yeah.
is it similar to like Google AdWords or something like that?
I'm not so familiar with Google. I only am versed in this, but the
Yeah,
the
break it
idea is
down.
basically for people that don't know, it's basically that when Facebook and Instagram are tracking your um, interests and your clicks, that's how they're giving you targeted ads, right? Well, you as an advertiser can also collect data based on what people who see your ads are reacting like.
Mm.
Okay, so I'm running a campaign right now that is targeting 18 to 25-year-old MGK fans who also download music and are also on Spotify,
Mm. Okay.
right? Okay,
Yeah.
so then I'm running a thing called a gate, which means on my ad, you click something and it comes up and it says enter your email to get the file or whatever it is, like enter your email to go to the site. So that's called a gate. I'm running what's called a follow or a like gate through Spotify. So in order to
Mm.
hear my music, you have to follow or like me. They can unfollow me right away. I don't
Yeah.
want them
Yeah.
to follow me if they don't like the music
Yeah.
because that's bad for my numbers. But the idea is you're getting the cost per follower, per like way down by advertising to the correct niches and by monitoring them and changing them. So that's what most of my days now are spent doing is like I'm just reading like finding best niches, finding best targeted groups. I'm reading all about like speeding that up. So that's the Facebook lane. Okay, then there's the
Gotcha.
Instagram lane and then the TikTok lane and then
Mm.
which all have similar processes, but the programs are totally different. So you have to
Yeah.
configure them yourself on each one, and it's not just through the app. It's like third party stuff. And then I'm also running Spotify playlist campaigns, which is basically I'm paying somebody to submit my music personally to people that run quality campaigns,
Okay.
right? So up until like, I mean, it's gone up and down, but I was telling you earlier, this is actually a great day to do an interview because my numbers spiked. Like I got like five or six
Yeah, I saw
thousand
that.
new
Yeah.
listeners
Yeah.
today.
That's
So it's
crazy,
like
man.
I've been running this campaign since it came out, since the song came out 2 weeks ago. Before that, I was just making music because I didn't know for a fact my shit was good enough. Like I didn't want to walk around like talking like I'm the shit or advertising and then you lose somebody who might have been a fan if you waited like 6 more months, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now I finally feel like, yo, I'm good. Like whoever's gonna like this is gonna like it. If you don't like it, that's fine, but I like it. Like I fucking bump it. Like so
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
all I need now. And so now I'm just trying to see how little I can spend per day. Like right now I'm spending $2, $3 a day on Facebook plus like a monthly subscription. And I'm also, which is not much. And once I get my targets down, I'm gonna boost that shit way up and put all my extra cash into it. And then we'll like once the album is like right out, I'm gonna do it right then, and we'll see what really
Yeah.
happens. That's the idea. But
Dude,
also,
that's dope, man.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So, and it's like all
Because
this
you can
stuff is
apply
stuff.
that for it's more than just music. You can apply that to almost anything you're trying to promote. That's the crazy thing. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And so like as I was learning this, I'm like, this is so worth it because like I once I